Hey y'all, it's Flamingo the God here with another GOAT deck profile. This GOAT deck is machines, yeah. My take on it, I wanted to make this deck more fusion based, and so that's what I did. So to start off, we got Triple X. This card's really cool. He gets really big real fast with your limiter removal. So he's really good. Then we got Triple Y. This card is not as good. He makes the least impactful fusions, but he's still really cool. He's still really good. So then we run Triple X, or sorry, Triple Z. He's really cool. He's really good. He makes some really good fusions. He makes your like secondary boss, I would say. So triple of him. Then onto the 2-Os. Those are the only 3 monsters. We play 3 of 2-Os. We got 2 Magician of Faith that help get back our spells. 2 Shining Angel, because he can get either Y or Z, right? Yeah, Y or Z, which is really cool. Then for the 1-Os, we got the 1 Sinister Serpent, 1 Sangan, 1 Breaker, 1 Azura Priest. That card's so good. 1 Jinzo and 1 BLS, and that's all of the monsters we run. For the spells, we run 1 Graceful and 1 Pot. You don't really need Delinquent Duo, I found, because the deck does really well without it. And, you know, like, you're not really focused on controlling, you're more focused on being able to OTK your opponent and deal massive amounts of damage. Then we got double limiter removal. That card's so good. Doubles all the attack of your machines, so it makes X 36 and the other Y and Z, it makes them each 3k, which is nutty. Then we got 2 knock. That's very standard in a lot of the decks. You'll see me. I'll run the 2 knocks, as well as the 2 goats. I think 2 is the perfect ratio in my opinion. You don't see it a lot, or I should say you don't see it too much. But you do see it when you absolutely need it. So I say 2 is probably the best ratio in my opinion. Then for the 1-Os, we got 1 Premature Burial, 1 Book, 1 Card Destruction, 1 Heavy, and 1 MST. And that's all the spells we run. We don't run too many because we have a pretty high monster count. But then we run triple Return from the Different Dimension, simply because I don't have Dimension Fusion. They're a little too expensive for me right now. So I'm just running these, but it does essentially the same thing. And in my opinion, it's a little bit better because you can activate it on your opponent's turn. So if they're going to kill you, you can just use this and prevent them from being able to do that. So that's why I think this card's actually just a little bit better. 1 Call of the Haunted, 1 Saku, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Jar of Greed, and the final trap is 1 Ring. The Jar of Greed just helps you get more cards, and then these are all pretty standard in most GOAT lists. Just because Ring, just pops the dude. Mirror Force blows your opponent's board up, and Call just brings something back. So that's the main deck. I don't have a side deck for this deck either, but we'll get into the extra deck now. We run triple XYZ simply because I have 3, even though you never go into 3. You majority of the time only really use the 1, if that, but we have 3 just because there's no limit and he's really cool. Then we got triple XZ. This is like your secondary boss monster for the fusion side of things, anyway. He's really good. They all pop cards. I believe he pops yeah, he pops face down spells or traps, which is really cool because then you can, potentially pop your opponent's Mirror Force if they didn't use it yet, or anything like that. And it's really cool when you use him with like the Sinister Serpent, because then you'll discard the Sinister Serpent, and then next turn Sinister Serpent will bring itself back, so you can do it again. So that's why I really like these. I go into him a lot. Then we got 2 YZs. He's not that good. I believe he pops. Yeah, he only pops face down monsters, which that's okay, but it's not too great. But he looks cool. I only run 2 because I simply don't have a third. But even if I did have a third, I'd probably put it in there, but I would never go into it, simply for the fact that, with these ones, you only really go into 1, if any. You majority of the time you're fusioning, you go into him, because he's just better. And then 1 XY. I have 2 more coming in the mail. I'll bump him up to 3. But this is another one. He pops face up speller traps, which it's not that good. But he's pretty cool. I really like him. I like his art. I think his art looks really cool, and I've summoned him quite a few times. He's really easy to make. They're all relatively easy to make, to be honest. And then that's it for the extra deck. And then I didn't have any goat tokens, so I just made my own. So there's my tokens. They're machine goats, even though they're not really goat tokens. They're just normal tokens. But I made them look like machines, so that they go with the deck. But they look okay. I think I could have done a little bit better, but they do the trick, so I ain't complaining. That's that deck. I don't know if I'm gonna make any more today. I think I'm gonna be done showing my goat profiles for today, but stay tuned. I will definitely make more videos for goat because I really enjoy it. And like I said in my last video, I have 2 more goat decks coming in the mail, so I'll be more than happy to show you those. But until then, stay tuned for other content I make, whether it be Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or I'm even starting to get a little bit into Pokemon, so I'll do that. And I've recently got back into Bakugan, so I might do videos about that. So stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.